Hey guys, today I'm just going to be recording what I was going to stream because yesterday I asked my mom, hey, when are you going to need the Wi-Fi? Because I plan on streaming tomorrow. And she goes, I might need I'll need it in the morning. And I'm like, okay. And now it's 6 p.m. And then she's like, I have to do a live. I have to do a live stream later. Like she said that when I want to do a live stream. I'm like, okay. I asked you when you didn't need Wi-Fi. And she's like, I said I didn't need. She said, and she's like, oh, I said I didn't. I needed it sporadically in the morning. I'm like, okay. So just like literally all day. So now we're gonna be just recording this. I did some loot gathering. We're gonna do some more of that. Obviously not the entire time. Where the frick are my ender chests going? I'm gonna have to craft more. Okay then. You know what? Screw it. I think I brought a bunch of... Where the frick is... There it is. Okay. Alright, we're gonna just make like 1,000,000 of these things. And by 1,000,000, I mean however many this gets. That's not the crafting recipe. God dang it. Don't hit me. Alright, so today we're gonna start plans for the fortress. And, so I did download a couple mods, and like resource packs. One was to make the totem smaller, and the other was to make the fire animation smaller. Problem is, if I go to resource packs, both of them are incompatible. And I tried booting the world and it just crashed. Even though it worked before for some reason. And that just makes me go, I'm not risking it. I'm not risking it. But there is one thing still downloaded. I think the hotkeys M. There we go. It's bounding boxes reloaded or something like that. So we can actually see where the plains biome that we built this place on ends and the mangrove starts. So we should be in mangrove right now. Yeah, and then we move over here and we're in a plains. And it also shows stuff like slime chunks, which I think, yeah, so this is a slime chunk. So if we dug out this area, slimes would still spawn even though it's in a plains. And that's just on a hotkey. The reason I got it is so we can see where the Nether Fortress works. I also did some, because I didn't look up a farm because I'm not smart, of what we need for the, oh, there we go, that works out. I looked up what we needed for a farm, or like the physics of it. How does a Wither Skeleton farm work? And basically, I thought you could place Wither Roses on Nether Brick, but you can't. But I also thought that mobs could only spawn, or Wither Skeletons could only spawn on Nether Brick, but that's wrong. They have to be in the bounding box of these structures, and then only Wither Skeletons will spawn on top of Wither Roses on grass. As long as it's in the exact structures, which is a different bounding box. But then there's area bounding box, and if that's made out of Nether Brick, if the floor is made out of Nether Brick and it's in the area bounding box, it will still summon Wither Skeletons, but also summon everything else because it has to be made out of Nether Brick. So slightly more limitations, but not overall a big loss. So basically, that means that the whole fortress, we can just blow everything up. The bounding boxes will still be there. And the other thing I tested is like, well, how do we get I built some stuff. How do we get the Wither Skeletons to, go where we need them to? And the answer is we use Iron Golems. Because I was thinking of using flying machines, but that's overcomplicated, has a lot of ways it could go wrong. And it's going to be slow because it would have to cover the whole area before it bounces back. As opposed to now, where the Wither Skeletons will just use the Iron Golem to move. And so it's just based off abusing their own AI, which is great. One issue with the slime farm that also generates mob loot, I'll show you that in a sec, is Endermen don't like being trapped in a box very much. So I don't see any right now, but earlier, after I AFK'd overnight, yeah, see, there's a bunch of Endermen who still have items. And the problem with that is that they just keep placing them. So, like, I'm missing a bunch of brown mushrooms, and hopefully there's not a lot of mobs in here. Okay, there is. I did some upgrades, but they didn't work out. But as you can see, a lot of the wither roses are missing. Luckily, the farm works out great, because I already took out all the slime balls and a lot of the bones. But, I mean, you can get an idea of how efficient the farm is with all the gunpowder and all of the slime blocks. So we'll have plenty. Now, I keep checking chat on accident. Like I keep wanting to like tab out, and I go, I'm not live streaming. Oh, there we go. So, right now, the reason we're gathering wood is because we need a lot of pistons, and the reason we gathered cobblestone already and regular stone. Basically, I'm gathering all the resources necessary to make the flying machines. Is the plan. Because the idea is we're just literally going to blow up an absolutely giant section of the nether out. Just so that way nothing can spawn. And that's the idea. Obviously, it's going to be a lot of work, but also it's going to be freaking awesome. And also I want something to do that sounds fun. But also doesn't require a lot of effort. And this is, like, it's mostly time investment. Because it's just going to take a long time to build everything. But, like, more than anything, it's just going to take a long time for the TNT to blow everything up. So there's definitely more testing I'll probably need to do. But for now, who cares? Oh, I dropped my axe on accident. On accident. That was a garbage pun. So I thought you could insta-mine wood if you had efficiency 5 and haste 2. Apparently not. So now I have this beacon here that does nothing. Which is is annoying. Oh well. Yeah. Ideally, I want to make the Wither Skeleton farm able to use I want to make the Wither Skeleton farm capable of me, like, I can use looting, essentially. The issue with that is I would have to be... There's not really a good way to move Wither Skeletons up. Except through, like, the nether. I forgot about that. That's 100% how we're going to do it. Because they still get pushed by lava. So they'll probably walk towards iron golems. Fall into lava pits that all lead to portals. And then they just go to the overworld, and then we can use elevators and portals. Okay, I think I just figured it out, like off the top of my head. Do I need this? Not really. Like, it's useful. But do I care? No. If I'm desperate, we can get it. So, now we need to prepare all the items, which does mean I need to grab stuff from this mob farm. So, honestly, that's what the plan sounds like now that I think about it, is we will just blow everything up now. But then when I have time, we'll build a... Well, not time, but, you know, there's a witch somewhere. But when I bother... we will make the portal section. Basically, we're going to focus on destroying everything first. Also, the fortress is absolutely massive. Like, it's genuinely ginormous. I mean, it is preposterously, I can't think of another synonym. Point is, we need a lot of stuff, namely all this stuff. I don't think we need that many repeaters, but who cares? Oh yeah, I didn't even talk about it. We also have a source of redstone, which is important. Let's make another... Well, I'm trying to make another stack of... Oh, that's where I left my extra ender chest. I was like, I have no clue where I left that thing. Alright, we can leave the stuff we don't actually need, like, at all. We can put in the stuff that we do actually need. And in this revolutionary technique called not being a moron. There we go. All right. More ender pearls. Obviously, we need tons of those. Like, and when I say tons of ender pearls, I mean like a gargantuan quantities. We're gonna just focus on bringing all the redstone stuff first. Come on. Wait, there we go. We're also gonna need a faster route back and forth. I think I also figured out what the plan is for when we go to the end. It's currently day 683. I'm thinking maybe we do day 1000, kill the Ender Dragon. Or at least try to. I mean, it's possible something goes egregiously wrong. Also, we've run into a small issue, is we're kind of running out of iron lately. Like, we're not out yet, but we're just... Like, I could have more. All I'm saying. We should give my horse armor at some point. Yeah, tons of scaffolding is going to be useful. I don't know about boats. We'll take the... If we have a saddle in here, I'll consider using the warped thing. Fire res is nice. I mean, a lot of this is junk. I mean, we have important stuff here, but, like, there's no reason to transport it, since technically this is our base. I just keep putting stuff not in my base. Like a genius. Alright, whatever. So we're gonna make... Jesus, a stack of TNT is so expensive. I was like, so we're gonna make some TNT, and then I realized the 5 stacks of gunpowder convert into a minute quantity of TNT. That's kind of crazy. Is that all the way down to sandstone? It is. Okay, we need to mine somewhere else. I mean, we could mine there, but there's just water, and I don't want to deal with that. What we need is like a proper desert. There's a bunch of sand over there, and I don't care about that location. We're going to try to pearl there. So yeah. Oh yeah, I'm trying to get into a new habit of using the keys. What? God dang it, I grabbed the wrong shovel. And that didn't work at all. Alright, we're gonna try again. Oh, never mind. Did that throw? It did throw. And it took me exactly 3 blocks further.
Narrator. Narrate
Nope,
all.
nope, nope. How do I turn that off? Nope.
Narrator.
Nope.
Narrator.
Nope.
Narrator. Off.
Okay. Huh? What? Hmm? What turns on narrator? Where's the narrator command? Huh? Cinematic camera? Camera? I don't know. See, the problem is I don't see the narrator button, so I think when I just click that... Okay, we'll change that someday. Oh, man, we pressed M without thinking. Yeah, so I switched all my keybinds down to the lower half of the keyboard. Not all of them. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But then I have CVB. Or XCVB. Yeah, as my lower half keybind, since I can reach those with my thumb. It's a little easier. All right, well, let's go get my... So, yeah, I totally forgot. We were going to get more tools. There's still a bunch of resource gathering I have to do. I forgot I was live streaming. Or not live streaming. It's great. You know, I think I'm addicted to live streaming because literally I sat around and did nothing all day because I'm like, well, I'm going to need a live stream, so I can't start on anything. And yeah, like I have a lot of stuff I should be doing because I'm going to college in like 2 weeks. Maybe a little longer, but not that much longer. But, you know, shockingly nearby. Where did I? Oh yeah, we also got all these redstone guys. Almost called them redstoners. Well, I guess I still called them redstoners. Who cares? Still haven't gotten around to those ones, the stone cutters. I don't know why I'd put it in there anyway. Yeah, so as you can see, couple items. So presumably, there's my actual shovel. But honestly, I'm not gonna really bother with. So that was basically just so I can have disposable sets of gear. I mean, sure, let's buy more redstone. Yeah, we've already gotten a few stacks, but we're gonna need a lot. Let's see. There we go. And ow. Sure. Unless, man, I just lose my emeralds so quickly. I don't know if I'm spending them or what, but they're just non-existent. Yeah, as you can see, we have these like extra diamond pickaxes. And then obviously, you can see how much redstone we got. We're gonna get a little more right now. But yeah, that's the basic plan, is we're just gonna get a few more resources. Yeah, but I mean, the area we have to clear is pretty large. I should look up if there's a method. What is there's a word I'm looking for other than method. Oh, if there's a better way to bore tunnels. I feel like if I look up Minecraft tunnel boring machine, I'll find exactly what I'm talking about. I'll get better at the keybinds, I swear. Make sure I haven't screwed. I checked it on chat again. Oh, and we didn't even get the... I feel like if I try harder to get the keybinds, I want to get better at PvP. Like, I think it'd be fun to do streams of, like, not just the hardcore world, if I'm not feeling it or some. Do I want glowstone? Not really. I do need these bottles. That was the other thing. Like, also redstone, but these bottles mean that I don't have to repair, I don't have to make extra tools. I can just repair the ones I have. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, so I've been watching a lot of Bed Wars and Sky Wars on Technoblade. I know, rip. It's sad. I don't know. Okay, I shouldn't have brought that up because now it's just I don't know what to say. Frickin'. But I want to get better at fighting, so I tried to play, and I was like, oh, how bad can I be? And I was doing really bad, and then I was like, dang, it's harder than it looks. And then I was like, wait a minute, because like I would attack somebody, and then nothing would happen, and then suddenly I'd be dead. And it slowly processed that my internet connection is garbage or Hypixel is. Point is, the game is so unstable. And like I looked at the videos and they're like clean. And then I look at my gameplay and I'm like, I am bad, sure. But I'm not this bad. I'm not so unbelievably bad that anybody can just like kill me. Because like I've had the jump on like people. Like I got the jump on a bunch of people. And I still died a lot. And I'm like, okay, this cannot be entirely skill-based. Like skill-based issue. And I don't think it is. Somehow I made that. Normally I don't. I don't know, man. I'm just mad that I was dying and I felt unjustified. No, he didn't refresh yet. Yeah, I mean, luckily clerics, they have basically the same trades no matter what. Like, there's slight variants. Like, sometimes they don't sell ender pearls, and instead they ask for scoot, bottles, and nether wart, but who cares? It's not a big deal if they don't have some items. Like, am I annoyed? I was gonna say yes, but honestly not really. All right, let's see. Well, we have to go grab that anyway. So instead, we're just gonna put. Man, I have so much storage and yet so little room. There we go. All right, let's go get some sand so we have more TNT. And then, I am still recording. Yep. Here's the good news. The footage is gonna look great because I'm recording. Actually, does he use more? No, he uses even. OBS is using even less than usual. Like I could record. It's just recording a long video. With kind of like I feel like I should edit this just because it's a recording, but I don't want to. So I don't know. It's just I don't know. I mean I like live streaming. There's a lot more feedback, and it's not like I need that instant feedback, but it's also this isn't where I'm supposed to be. I'm gonna just pearl straight up. There you go. It's not like I need instant feedback. It's just nice. You know, and plus it makes it like I mean if I had friends to like film with, it would be a lot easier. But I've like tried that every now and again, and it didn't work because I was using the laptop. I actually haven't tried since I got my computer. I don't think, but I probably should. But I mean I don't know. Just being alone is boring. That's why it's awesome when I have an active chatter. Shout out to Nikki, my homeboy. But I mean that just makes it easier, because then I'm not sitting there going like, how do I be funny without any help? And obviously, I can probably like, you know, I can probably think of stuff to say for a few minutes that are unrelated to the video game. But then, you know, after a few minutes, I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have enough. TNT and dynamite. Alright, we need to go. Actually, there was a bucket in there. I need a bunch of buckets because I'm going to have to make lava streams. And those are a lot more annoying to make than water streams. I'm going to put that away. I haven't been using the keys at all. Who cares? It's just faster, more consistent. Cause like there's been like I like what would happen is I would be playing like Skywars, and then I'd be like placing blocks, and then I just can't switch to my weapon because I'm using a scroll wheel and it takes super long, and I'm like, dang, skill issue.
Narrator.
No,
Narrate
god dang it! It's when I press
narrator,
Control B.
Narrate system. Narrator.
Turn that off. Turn that off. Okay, so I have to remove. Wait, B is my last. Okay, let's just change B to something easy to click. It's the last slot anyway. That's useful. What's easy to click that isn't B? What about G? Is G doing some? What's G doing? Whoop. G's still kind of hard to reach. What about F? F doing anything? I feel like it isn't. Oh. Oops. T is kind of okay. I'm not using Z because that's just way too hard to reach. I guess just change this to F, change this to G, and then change that button to like, I don't know, H. Okay, fine. What, like T? Okay, what about you, Yai? 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 Yesterday I asked you? Yai? No, that's not what I meant. Oh wow, I'm out of gold. Jesus Christ. Okay, I may have been a little overzealous with the trading. That's okay. I keep muting and unmuting. I have no clue. It's like muscle memory. Ow. There's a bunch of nether quartz. All right, let's just grab 1,000,000 of that. I mean, technically we don't need that much, but who cares? Yeah. Also, we don't need nether brick at all. Okay. and down we go. Yeah, the reason we don't really need nether brick.
Narrator.
God
Narrates
dang it.
all.
I a habit.
Narrator. Off.
How did I already form a habit of accessing the last key? It literally took 2 seconds. The problem is I hold control down with the side of my hand. And so I don't really process that I've just been slamming down the control key. There we go. That's the thing. I can switch items way faster. Like if I want to do the pearl thing, it's super easy. But yeah, I hit 1 with my ring finger, or with my ring finger. Then probably 2. Yeah, I'd probably use middle or ring. 3, I get the pointer finger gets some action because I want to be able to press W, but I can press 3. But then 4 through 5, 4, 5. I'm surprised I don't really care enough to reach 6. But also 6 requires me to move my whole hand. So is it that useful? Not really. I'm grabbing all this iron. Crazy that 2.5 stacks of iron have like finished, like been harvested passively while I'm just hanging out. Yeah. But that mod that shows bounding boxes is gonna be huge. I literally I wanted to plan out everything at the same nether fortress, so I went into the creative testing world that has the same seed, and I was just wandering for a sec, and I found a five slime chunks right next to each other. I'm like, that's cool, and then I was like, well, it's probably not useful now that I think about it, because you know, like, oh, god dang it, why am I even going up there? Oh, for the bed. Duh. Oh wait, it's F. Okay. I'll get better. But yeah, I mean, when I can build when I have the swamp slime farm, that's probably gonna be faster anyway, so it's not a big deal. But you know, all right, let's grab a ton of cobblestone. Let's grab some redstone, and let's craft observers. What do they cost a lot of? Redstone? God dang it. Okay, it's not like I have a lot of redstone. It's just annoying. Okay, let's. What am I short on? Obsidian? Or yeah, obsidian? No, it's cobblestone. All right, we're gonna make 2 stacks of observers. That's good enough for me, man. Whoops, there's my mace. I don't even use that mace like ever because it's bad. All right, then let's get the 1, 2, 3, 4. Then dark oak. I don't remember the recipe. And that. Okay, and then pistons. There we go. Should we also make 2 stacks of pistons? Maybe we can. Sure. And I've missed a critical component, iron. I was like, something is missing badly because I can't even craft 1. All right, there we go. So we have 2 stacks of observers, 2 stacks of pistons. Then we need a bunch of stone, a bunch more sticks, and a bunch more redstone. Because we need a bunch of torches. And when I say a bunch, I mean like a boatload. Wait, it doesn't use comparators, it uses repeaters. How many repeaters do I have? I'll make a stack of repeaters. Well, if I can find them. They're in the ender chest, aren't they? Yep. I mean, it's just going to be more dense, like, resource-wise. I'll make a stack and a half, sure. I mean, at this point, I should have just made 2 stack, like, you know, just craft it all. You know what I mean. Okay, we can put all those away. What else do we need? We have the obsidian. Oh, obviously we're gonna need, let's just have like an extra stack of torches on standby as well. And obviously most of these pistons need to be sticky, except we already have 35 sticky pistons, and it doesn't matter that much, so we'll just leave as is. What else do we need? We need, I should have grabbed all that blackstone. Actually, can we make nether brick wall? No, it's nether brick. Yeah, it is a thing. Okay. Let's make 2 stacks of that. Sure. Well, I guess there's a hard limit to how many flying machines we can make, because... Well, I was gonna do, like, and then, like, open up the chest with the coral. It's tiny, minute, minuscule issue, even. I have absolutely no freaking clue where we put the coral. Was that even in this world? Okay, it was. I was like, did I dream it? Okay, I was like, did we really only keep, like, 7 pieces? Okay. I mean, that's... Let's see, if we split that into that, we can make a number. I don't care. We'll figure it out. Yeah, obviously the rest of the TNT. Oh, yeah, the minecarts and the rails. And that'll be easier to craft on demand for the most part. Emphasis on most part, because we are going to craft detector rails. Stone pressure plate. Oh, shoot. Okay, thank God. I was like, I am out. Okay, there we go. And make a bunch of those. Detector rail. Oh, they make 6 at a time. Okay. Well, I definitely won't need more than a stack. And I should be a little less harsh on the iron use. Alright, so all we're building right now is going to be the big ol' kaboom machines. So, real quick, let's do our research. I don't have my second monitor open, because, or my computer open, because it doesn't matter. So let's see, tunnel boring machine Minecraft. Well, that's clearly a word. Ah, shoot, it needs ancient debris. For now, we'll ignore the ancient debris and we won't build tunnel boring machines. Because I'll get tunnel bored. I should add sound effects. That should be a thing I have access to, actually. So, we can close that. I still have the tab open. So we need the pistons, the observers, the repeaters, extra redstone, obviously the detector rails, the nether brick wall, the redstone. Sure. We'll craft those into their largest components. You know, I've been a quite popular opponent of human rights. Get it? Instead of component. Crying Obsidian's properties should be the same, but who cares? It's fine. It's fine. Alright, I was originally going to try to protect the Nether Fortress from being blown up, but actually, it'll be faster just to let it be destroyed to smithereens, and then I just rebuild everything manually. So that's what we're doing, love. Put that away. Boom, 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 boom. I'm just saying boom. I'm not even, like, clicking on anything. Show only craftable. Why? There we go. Boom. I keep saying boom. Hey, you know what they say. I want you in my room. Man, what? Alright, there's the redstone. Oh yeah, we took out a totem. Take out the slime balls. Like, I guess I might need the hoe. Whatever. I suppose that was a garbage pun. All right, so we got the slime blocks, we got the obsidian, we need the fans. I'm your biggest fan. What can I say? Oh, and obviously we need a bunch of iron and some logs, and we'll grab cobblestone, stone as well. Anything else I could be forgetting? I don't think so. TNT. Yeah, sure. We could bother to make like a road. How much ice do I have? Well, that's not enough. Still not enough. I guess we could use soul sand. It would speed it up. Like, I mean, okay, technically we can use ice, but it's gonna be a pain. Yeah, sure, whatever. Oopsie daisies. Alright. I mean, we'll dump some items so we can bring all the ice. Yeah, sure. Even numbers are pleasing. And if I can't have a full stack of ender pearls, actually, are there any other full stacks of ice? If not, never mind. Not full stacks of ender pearls are my favorite. Oh. Unless I lose them in 2 microseconds. Actually, I lied. Because there's obviously the bottles of enchanting. We won't need 2 stacks of that. Anything else? I don't think so. Alright, so we can figure out which directions we need to head. Yeah. Oh god, are you kidding me right now? Okay, where is it? And can I find it? Oh, that, you are dead. You are, okay, never mind. You are dead, though. How did I miss that, honestly? Are you kidding me? I mean, I guess gunpowder doesn't matter as much, since I do have a farm. It's not a particularly good one, but it's definitely one. Does packed ice melt? Whoops. Does packed ice melt Minecraft? Beautiful, it does not. I assume. See, now I'm wondering if I even read that right. Who cares? Let's make the bridge down here in, well, I guess I shouldn't just build it in lava. I don't know where to build it. I want to build it wherever I think I have the clearest shot, which makes me go, let's build it at the floor of the world. I don't even know what direction I'm traveling in. I haven't looked at the coordinates. Six 661 700. So chords are 661 700. Is it actually 700? It is actually 700. I thought I was just like guesstimating a little too hard. All right. So we need to head this way and that way. We need to head in this direction. Oh, I pressed F1 on accident. Stop. I couldn't think of a quip, so I just told him stop. Fine. Alright, you know what? We're just gonna pick an arbitrary height. Where are we at? 53, close enough. Alright, we're gonna just place all this ice in the general direction. I mean, even if it can get us most of the way there. Because this ice bridge is gonna be miles above faster. Alright, I'm gonna use the scroll wheel a little bit. Just because it's a lot less mental strain to just place blocks. Oh wait, it has to be double wide. Forgot about that. There we go. And... Alright, this is going to be annoying, but who cares? Like, this is a farm I'll visit, I think, often, hopefully. I need like extremely good access to beacons. But also, there's additional value is obviously bones for bone blocks, which are chef's kiss block. But also, they drop coal. And obviously bones serve a secondary purpose, namely bone meal, which means, you know, crop growth is faster. Okay, we picked the exact wrong direction to go in because now we're in a basalt delta and it's going to take 3 years to move 5 blocks. So that onus is on me. Oops, sorry about that. And I just had the urge to check chat again. I'm recording. That's loud and unnerving. That noise is. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just getting progressively more stressed as the deadline approaches for when I move into my dorm and when I start college. Because it's a lot. I'm really chill about it, but also like I think I'm gonna explode. I have no clue what I want to do. I'm just doing it because it feels like the next step mostly, and it sounds like a good way to meet people. That's what people say, at least. Is like college is half learning, half meeting the right people, so you don't actually have to know anything. Listen, if I just become best friends with the world's next, like, Mark Zuckerberg, then I think I'll be okay. Like, if I'm just good friends with the world's, like, you know, next tech billionaire, I can just get on that train early. It'll be fine. All right. And my brain shut off. Cool. So we definitely picked the wrong height because we are just mining through a vast wall of basalt. It's great when we run into Blackstone. I think it mines slightly faster. Oh well. Doesn't really matter. Hey, if I time it right, I think I mine it slightly quicker. Oh, hey, we found out. Okay, I was excited because I'm like, oh, we finally found a way out. No, we did not. Oh, I mined so far, and yet not that far, like, at all. Alright, if I manually click, it's gonna go 8 times faster. Whatever. Hey, good news about having to tunnel is that I don't have to make the perfectly straight bow. Actually, which way is north? If this is north, I'm gonna bomb my home. Okay, that way's north. So it's only going to be slow on a return trip, which is, I guess, good news. I'm not sure if I have to mine the sixth block in the bottom left corner, but I have no clue. So, and we're going back into just only mining for a while mode. Okay, maybe we should have just walked because this is so boring. Whatever. I have to be at 600, right? That's not the right button I meant to press. T is the button. Yeah, 660. And how close are we? Oh, cool. We're not even halfway. All right, sweet. Just want to make sure that this sucks as much as it feels like it does. I'm kidding. It's fine. But yeah, I don't even know, man. I probably need to make my streams less scuffed when I actually do them. Because boy oh howdy. I'm not looking forward to that. That made no sense. I really, like, I downloaded the resource packs because I just remembered what they were. Oh, you know what's the worst? I know nobody wants to hear about somebody talking about their dream, but I dreamt I couldn't sleep. Is there a more messed up thing your brain can conjure? A dream about not getting good sleep? Because the whole time I'm like, God, I can't sleep. And like my family was talking all night and keeping me up. And I'm like, dude, I just can't get any sleep. I'm going to be so tired tomorrow. And then I woke up and I went, did I have a dream that took forever and sucked about not being able to sleep? And that's awful. Like, not being able to sleep's one thing. But like the relief, but it's not even like real relief. It's just me wondering how dumb my brain is and how much it hates me that it decided, you know, it'd be funny if you dreamt you couldn't sleep. It's like, what? Huh? But like my brain conjures that. Like people have nightmares and it's like your brain is scaring yourself. Yeah, but ever had your brain play a really lame prank where it makes it feel like you have to wait 45 minutes, if not more, so you can finally get some rest? And obviously, like, you know, you very rarely see your phone in your dream. I feel like that's a consensus a lot of people have. I mean, people are like, for how much time you spend with phones, I never see them in dreams, but like I've seen my phone in dreams. I have a lot of dreams about my phone. So I think that's just like people forget or don't notice it. Or maybe it's people have dreams involving their phone, but like the phone doesn't work. And I have a lot of those dreams where like my phone will just slip out of my pocket and shatter into a million pieces and crumble. Or like I'll drop it in the ocean. I wonder if that's why I hate water, is because I keep dreaming about destroying my phone by like dropping it into the ocean. But I've had exactly one time that I can recall, and it was the most horrifying nightmare I've ever had, where I dreamt that I woke up. So I was still dreaming. I wake up, I pull out my phone, I go to the camera app for some reason, and then I see it's black, and I'm like, oh, that's weird. Or no, I see me when I'm in my camera, and then I see something behind me, and I go, oh dear, oh God. And then I'm just in darkness, and I think I get eaten by a shark or something. But it was terrifying. Like I woke up and I was just like, because it's awful. Because I thought I was gonna get attacked by like a monster or something. This happened 2 days ago. No, it didn't. It happened probably a while ago. It's just funny to say 2 days ago when it didn't. It's for comedic effect. Who cares? Point is, it was absolutely horrifying, and I don't know. See, I almost went to check chat again. I didn't, but I like was like, oh, I should check chat to see if anyone responded, and I'm like, no one's here. I'm recording. Streaming is great though. I mean, obviously, just regular recording and streaming are different like mediums in a way, but you know. See, what I was thinking I was going to do is I was going to just record for like 4 hours and upload that as like a non-VOD VOD. But I'm thinking maybe I'll do it in like 1 hour segments to make it a little more digestible. Yeah, I mean, I did a 7-hour stream on Monday, and that was, I don't know why I did that. Well, I do know why I did it. It's because it sounded fun. What sucks is like I'm like I can't stream because normally I'd like because today I basically can't stream. I would have just streamed late at night at like 10 p.m. to spite my family. But I have work at like 9 tomorrow. Like I've only been working afternoon shifts until today, or tomorrow rather, and I was like, are you kidding me? So now I have to get up early, which is fine. Like, I'll survive. I'm just annoyed because now it's just like the worst timing possible. And then I still work the day after. I work for the next 3 days, which obviously like a lot of people do, but also is my first job, and I freaking hate it. It's not fun. I put in my 2 weeks because I'm moving, and I mean, like, literally my interview, I'm amazed I didn't bomb it because I was like, hey, by the way, he was like, okay, and how long can you work here? Do you have any plans for college? And I'm like trying to talk around it and not be blunt so he doesn't like not take me up for the job. And then I basically say, yeah, I'm planning on moving away at the end of August. And I'm like, crap, I've totally bombed this interview. And he's like, okay. And like, what are you going to like commute to work? And I'm like, oh, I'd probably quit. And he's like, oh, well, we'll talk about it. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And then he hired me on the spot. I literally worked the next day. And I'm like, how? And so there's either two options. I am the most qualified candidate in the history of candidates, or it may be related to the fact that like 3 employees just quit, and I just found out that another employee quit, and or like my other friend quit right after that, and then I found out on Monday that Tuesday that another employee just finished their 2 weeks, and that I think another employee is quitting soon. So like everybody's just dropping like flies at this place, and I'm like, that's insane. But anyways, I got the job, so, but now I'm quitting also. So I mean, I mean, I guess people just see it as a temporary workplace. I don't think it's so terrible, but also I have nothing to compare it to. Like all my friends complain about it all the time when they work there, but I was like, it's kind of a bad, but it's not that bad. But also, we get shipments on Fridays, and there's like 1 million boxes, and those days are hard. But I've only done one of them, and I won't get to do another. I only ever did it once. So, because I literally quit like halfway through next week. I quit on the 20th, I think is what I said, because I move on the 21st. And like I was panicking over telling my boss that I'm gonna quit, and then I told him, and he's just like, "Oh, okay." And I'm like, "Dang!" It's almost like the only way he cares is that he's losing a person to work, and he's not gonna take that out on me. So like, yeah, obviously it doesn't matter. But yeah, but I don't know. I have like no money saved. It felt terrible. I had to pay my deposit on the place I'm gonna be living at. And I mean, that just feels bad, paying up $500 for something that, you know, is just going to sit there. Which I think deposits are kind of weird, because it's not like you only have to pay up to that $500. Like, if it was like, because if you cause a small amount of damage, you lose your deposit. But you cause a lot of damage, then the landlord can just sue you and get more money. So it's like, what's the point of a deposit at that point? And I guess it's just to show loyalty. But it's also like, it's weird that you just get to hang on to a percentage of my money just cause, and it does no benefit to me. So it's like, all right then. Especially since landlords kind of just sit on all the money. Like, they don't do anything. Like, obviously there's good landlords, I'm sure. But like, they occasionally have to fix something, and that's about it. So like, there's no effort coming from their part. They just got into real estate, and now they just get money passively. So that's cool. I'm happy about that. Whatever, man. Like, I'm currently living in a 10 by 11 room, and I'm going to be moving into a 9 by 10 room. So 2 feet smaller, which definitely means I can't bring my old bed. My old bed's, I think, a king. I don't know. My sister moved out and left her mattress, so they're like, "Joe, do you want it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure, buddy." And then it's like, fine. But like, the funny part is I literally only use the twin side, like a twin-sized amount of mattress. Like, all the rest of the space does is like hold the blankets that I'm not currently using, and I put my water bottle on the side. That's like it. Like, I literally just use a twin-sized space. So, and like, the bed the place comes with is a twin mattress. So it's like, okay, whatever. But it means I'll have technically somehow more space, even though it's a smaller room in a way. Which is fine. Who cares? Honestly, I don't know. I really like being able to keep to myself when I want to. Like, I can socialize, sure, but it's like, it just depends. With strangers, it just depends. I'm a pretty flip-floppy person. I think basically it just comes down to who I feel like being around. Like, friends, sure, I won't really ever feel awkward just hanging out with friends. Strangers, sometimes, but usually I can like get into like a mindset of like, I can just talk to these people. Like at work, sometimes I'll just be like, if I'm tired, I'll just be off, and I'll be like, I really hope my boss, because my boss literally sits 2 feet away from me while he works, because we have a little desk, and that's right next to the cashier's space, cashier desk. I don't know, but he works there, so I'm like, I hope he doesn't complain about me sounding like I want to die. But you know, he hasn't said anything, but it'd be weird to, I suppose. But I sometimes I'm good with strangers. Sometimes I can like figure it out. I mean, the hard part is when, because I work at a how do I say this without like outing myself? The place I work at sells like a lot of Asian related stuff, like you know, anything in like Pacific Islander, Polynesian, Thai, Japanese, Korean, Chinese, all that good stuff. And like a small Mexican selection, I think. I mean, we have mangoes. I don't know. I can't remember if we have anything else. I feel like we have at least something. Philippines also. I don't know if I said that. Point is, there's this small selection of items, or not small selection. Point. You know what I mean. So I work at this place, and like it's fine. There we go. Like there's nothing inherently wrong with the place, but every now and again I have to deal with a customer whose English isn't good, which is again fine. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's just hard when I have to figure out how to communicate with a customer who can't really speak the language I understand. So I keep getting on Tuesday I had like multiple customers. Like normally it's been fine. Like I've been able to understand everything. But I had multiple customers who would say a phrase at me, and I'd go, huh? And then they'd do it again. And I'd have to guess hard. Like one wanted the phone number of the place, and they were like trying to ask if it's on the receipt. And so they're like, phone number on receipt? And I was like, huh? And luckily my boss is right there, so I could ask him, do you know what's going on? And they're like, oh, they're asking if the store's phone number's on the receipt. And I'm like, oh. And I thought they were telling me to put my phone number on the receipt. And I was so confused. I was like, what? Like they were going to like, I don't know, complain about me on the phone. Because that doesn't make any sense. I guess like manager's phone. Maybe that's what I was thinking. But I was just confused, man. I was like, what? But there's another person, and they were just like pointing at one item and going, this? Something like that. And I'm like, I like had no clue. I basically just walked away. Like I guessed a couple times. I can't remember the specifics about like what he was asking. And when I couldn't figure it out, I just left. I was like, he'll no. Because, frick. By that point, my boss had already gone home for the day. Because most of the time, he's only there for the first few hours of my shift. And so I'm like, you know what? I literally do not get paid enough for this. And I can say that now. And so I just walked away. And eventually the guy checked out. But I was like, okay, whatever. That worked in my favor. But I feel bad, but it's also like I literally cannot help this man. And like my boss is gone and he speaks Chinese. I don't know if the guy spoke because he only said the few English words he knew. So like I have no clue. So I just moved on. Stocking shelves. And every now and again, the worst thing is when somebody I know comes in. Because that is terrifying. Like I've had a couple people from my high school come in. And there's one guy, don't know his name at all. I just saw his face a couple times, and that was about it. Like in my whole entirety of high school. And so he was like, oh, you work here? And I'm like, yeah, when I saw you, I was like, oh, do I know that guy? And I'm like lying because I'm like, I have no clue who this man is. He clearly recognized me enough to go, oh, I didn't know you worked here. Like it recognized me, and I was like, oh, I feel terrible. I'm pretty much an icon at my high school, or at least I was, in the sense that I am known as incredibly deranged and insane. I won something in the yearbook. I don't even remember what it was. But I think it was something to do with that. But like, I was on student council, and I won the most outrageous comments award, which basically tells you I'm a bit of a nut job. My friend won the cringe but funny award, So rip, I suppose. He complains about that every now and again. And it's like, is that surprising? Because his like main joke that he had done the longest and the most often is we would be sitting doing nothing and he would just randomly moan. And, you know, that's kind of funny when you do it like amongst friends when you're in like 6th, maybe 7th grade. Like, that's kind of funny. But when you're, you know, seniors in like, but like, because he'd do it loudly and in like classrooms with the teacher. So every now and again, he would just do that. And like, we'd all look at him and be like, why? And like, everybody would look at him. And we'd just be like, thank God the teacher isn't commenting because I would blow up. But he'd just do that. And he's like, why did I get the cringe but funny award? And it's like, why not is the real question. Why not? Why wouldn't you? Because I was the actual funny one. And you know I am because I'm saying it. No. Like, I don't know. I'm like socially awkward, but I'm quick-witted. Which basically just means I'm mean. Oh, wait. We're past it. 661. I mean, it doesn't have to be on the dot. Who cares? Whatever. I want to be on 670. All right, let me head this way. For how many blocks? Okay, we're still like 300 blocks away. We might actually be able to finish this whole thing. But yeah, this will just save some time is all. Oh, we should probably build a wall. Oh no, I got political. How terrible. Frick. I think avoiding politics is kind of goofy. Like, obviously, it's fine. Like, if somebody doesn't want to talk about politics, they don't have to. Especially if, you know, they do, like, their content doesn't really about they're not an expert. But I'm not an expert. But people should still, like, talk about it. Like, we literally, I mean, everybody saw the presidential debate. Like, there basically can't be a real discussion of politics nowadays is how it feels. I mean, they didn't even talk about policy. They just made fun of each other's golf game, and that was it. I mean, it was kind of a joke. I mean, like, I'm not educated. Like, I didn't even watch the presidential debate. I just saw that one clip, and then my friends talked about how much of a joke it was. So, you know, take what I say with a grain of salt. But I do think it's important to consider it. I don't know. It's just, like, don't support the person. Like, figure out who's freaking or like, morals represent yours. Like, whose policy do you agree with? Oh, this isn't good. Okay, but if we're fast. Wow, I can't believe that worked. Alright. Apparently, wither skeletons are immune to soul flame, or whatever it's called, which I didn't know. I assumed that maybe they're not. So my original farm design, so like the temporary farm design I built, used powdered snow, and obviously if I can, I'm going to use like looting, because Jesus, that ups the percentage. And also I think it'd be funny to have like tens of thousands of wither skeleton kills on record. So, you know, and that's why the beacons are useful, is because I'll be able to have regen. Like a regen beacon, plus like resistance and all that jazz. Just to make sure I don't die. And that's the big thing, though, is if I can put beacons literally everywhere, like I go, then I don't have to worry as much about dying. Especially if they're super beacons. Like, I mean, if I AFK at the gold farm for a while, I mean, presumably the iron farm is going to be a lot more efficient once I actually get around to building it. But if I have enough blocks and enough beacons, like if I can just bring like, you know, 50 beacons wherever I go and like, you know, enough blocks, then I can just, you know, I can be pretty, I can't think of what the word I'm looking for is, but I can be pretty. How about that? That's what I can be. But you know, I wanna be able to be safe, because regen plus resistance is gonna be super useful. Strength means I can two-shot. Well, I can already two-shot. It means I can kill mobs a little easier. Speed is obviously speed. That's awesome. Jump boost. I probably won't even make jump boost beacons. I hate jump boost so much. It makes it way harder to like do anything. Period. Haste is obviously huge. Not in every place. Like the Nether, I didn't bother bringing the beacon because like the best it's gonna do for me is like resistance or speed or something. But like I don't really need those. especially since it doesn't cover everywhere and I only have one. So I'm just like, eh. Alright, and we're gonna block that off to save some time. Oh, actually, you know what? We're gonna end this recording here because we're an hour and 4 minutes, and I'll start another, and then you can just watch these in a chain. So go to the next, switch to the next disc is what you should do.